Hi, everyone, and welcome to the DU Weekly Check-In. I'm joined by the men's head golf coach, Eric Hoos. And Eric, just fresh off the ASU Thunderbird Invite, what was working for you at ASU Carson Golf Course?
What was working was our first round scoring. And plus Patrick Frody played really his best tournament as a collegiate for us, and his best finish, I believe, overall.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been working really hard on his game and on his putting, and it's really come around. Our last tournament, Long Beach, before this one, we played poorly in the first round and then kind of stepped it up the next two rounds. And unfortunately, this week we played, a solid round the first round, and then the next day we'd only have like two good scores and then two other scores in there. So we're just lacking in that consistent, solid play. If you look back at the whole spring season, we've had Oscar play well, we've had Ole play well, we've had Adams played well, Artie's played well, Patrick's played well, in all the different events. The unfortunate thing is we haven't got them all gelling at the same time.
Yeah, you mentioned some of them coming through at different points. You had Artie and Adam came 2 under par in the first round, and then you mentioned Patrick Frody, just a freshman. He finished even par for the tournament. What were some things that were working for those three in those rounds? Were they closing out putts and then just not doing it the other days, or was it something with the long ball?
What was it? All right. Well, like I mentioned before, Patrick, he's been a very consistent ball striker for us this whole spring. He worked hard on his swing, and his putting's been inconsistent for him, but he's really straightened that out. Artie and Adam both got off to good starts. They both had really good practice rounds. I think they were in a real good frame of mind to play well, and got off to that good start and just kept the play going through. They had their long game under control. They were chipping good when they missed a green, and then hitting some good putts and making a few in there. And then with Adam and Artie, the next two rounds, I'm not sure whether they felt a little more nervous because they just played really well, or were just pushing to do it again, but didn't get off to the good starts the next two rounds. And then I think they started pressing a little bit too much in there, and maybe lost a little bit of their confidence or that mojo they had going from the practice round and the first round of the tournament. But they're both young players, so they got to just keep putting themselves in those situations and learning from them, and see what they did well, see what they struggled with, and then during practice we can address those situations.
As you mentioned, Artie and Adam, just sophomores on your team. And shifting gears to the Desert Shootout, you sent 2 individuals there, Victor Doka and then your other freshman, Peter Mickelson. Again, you saw some rounds improve from the first to third. What were you hearing? Because I know that you were at the ASU and your assistant coach, Ben Belfield, was there. But what were you hearing from Goodyear, Arizona?
Yeah, from Goodyear, Petter has been struggling with his tee shots, and he is kind of continually did that at the Desert Shootout. It got a little better, each day for him, putting his driver into play, and because he has a really solid short game and really good putting, he gets over that little bit of an issue he has right now, and he should be fine. With Victor, he started off poorly, I believe in the first round in there. He had a real good practice round, and I think Victor's problem, especially in the first round, was he was just pressing too hard. It's been a long time since he hasn't been in the starting 5. I'm sure he was anxious to get out there, shoot a really good score, and kind of prove to himself and to the coaching staff that he needs to be back in the in the top 5 there again. And when you press, sometimes it really doesn't work for you. I believe in the second round he relaxed more, made a few more putts, and shot a good score. Victor's a good putter. Sometimes for whatever reason he kind of loses his feel with it, or maybe his confidence there, and they don't go in for him, but he usually hits it very well. He's a good chipper. It's just the whole team seems just to be like a step or two off. You'll play 14 solid holes. If you take the whole scorecard in there and you go back and look at the other 4 holes that caused the problems in there, and it's a loose tee shot here, it's a loose iron shot here, it's a poor chip there. Mm-hmm. It's just not all come together for him at all the same time, and we just gotta, I think, as the coaching staff, just keep telling them we believe in them, keep structuring practices where we can maybe put more pressure on them in the practice, mm-hmm. so that when they get to the tournament play, it doesn't seem so difficult.
And you'll have a chance to get all those games together. Next on the docket, we have the Redhawk Invitational. That's at Chambers Bay Golf Course in Seattle, Washington. A course that your team is unfamiliar with. Can you just preview that for us?
Well, it's got to be an outstanding golf course because it's the host site for the men's 2015 U.S. Open. So it's got to be a stellar golf course. I'm sure it's going to be, long, hard, and difficult. Who knows what kind of weather you're going to get in Seattle and in that time of the year. But I think the guys will be up for the challenge. How can you not get excited to go play a golf course like that and really test to see where your games are? I think if you're an athlete in any sport, you want to play against the best, mm-hmm. on the best courses, and see where you stack up. So we're looking forward to heading up there.
All right, and you can follow live scoring there at golfstat.com, and also follow all the latest news at denverpioneers.com and on Twitter at @DU_MGolf. And thank you for joining us, Coach. We look forward to talking to you next time.
All right, thank you very much.